Good evening and welcome to another edition of Kickback. I'm your host, Scott Pastore. Tonight we have a pretty good guest with us tonight here. He's a former competition bodybuilder as well as the new heavyweight champion of the Ultimate Challenge, which was just held recently at the Westchester County Center here in White Plains, in which Teddy Oyama and myself had covered. He's been 10 years in the martial arts. He is a student of the Oyama style. He is under Sensei Shigeru Oyama. And he is with us today to go over everything he's done as far as commercials and Muscle and Fitness magazine he's appeared in. He's also trained people like Wesley Snipes and other celebrities as well. Let's welcome Jason Waren. Jason?
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about a little bit about the bodybuilding first. I mean, because that led you to karate eventually.
Right. Well, as a young child, I had aspirations of being a competitive bodybuilder. And during my teens, I got involved in competition. Then I reached a point, I guess, in my early 20s when I just couldn't compete and win anymore because the guys that I used to beat, all of a sudden, these guys just got all of these muscles.
Is that the steroids?
Oh, my God. Overnight, one of the judges, actually, she went up on stage and she says, "You can't compete against these guys. You look like a swimmer on stage." These guys, I was getting lost in the lineup.
You were big as it was, you know?
Yeah.
How much bigger did you need to be?
Exactly. So I think after that, I just kind of got really disillusioned with the whole bodybuilding.
Right.
You know, in terms of competition, not in terms of just working out. So I needed to rechannel my energy, so I got involved in martial arts a little more deeply. Because I always kind of, you know, I kind of flirted with it when I was competing in bodybuilding, just in terms of like flexibility.
Fitness thing, yeah.
Yeah, I respected the fact that they had martial artists that had really good bodies, but their muscles served the function other than just kind of, you know, just posing, you know. So I got really involved. So I shopped around for a school.
Okay.
I went to a lot of different schools, and I sat in and I watched the classes, and I watched which schools were quote-unquote commercial and which schools showed like
the real
really,
dojos.
exactly,
yeah,
the real schools. And so I happened to go into Shion Oliver's school, which was on 99th and Broadway.
That's Sato Karate?
That's Sato Karate, correct. And I really felt at home there, and I really felt the instruction was very good, the teacher was very good, had a very good reputation. And so I competed in tournaments, like point tournaments, for about, I guess, about 2 years.
Now, point tournaments, which are obviously not hitting the person, you're just coming close enough to make it. You're hitting sometimes.
You can hit, but it's a controlled hit. It's a controlled strike,
like a
and you score a point. And, yeah, and that was kind of thrilling for a while. And I used to always sit down with my instructor, Shion Oliver at the time, and we'd talk about full contact, because he fought in full contact tournaments. So I kind of longed to have that experience.
Right.
So you know, I told him that I needed to have that experience, and I left the organization, you know, and I was looking for a school that taught full contact karate, and I happened to go to Oyama.
Oyama style, right.
When I walked into the Oyama dojo, I had the same feeling initially that I had when I went to Shion Oliver's school.
That aura, you walked in there.
As soon as I walked in, I knew, man. It wasn't
Sensei
commercial.
Oyama, you could feel his aura.
Oh, yeah, you could. When I met my instructor, there was something that he just gave off that was, I mean, I really respected him, and he was this powerful guy, and so I just signed up right away.
Those Shinai stories, right?
Yeah. So they had my money right there. And so I've been going there.
But that bodybuilding did good stuff, you know. It led you to, I mean, you appeared in Muscle and Fitness magazines.
Right.
You did some commercials for bodybuilding, and as well as it led you to training people like Wesley Snipes.
Right.
White Men Can't Jump and Passion 57.
Exactly.
You know. What was that like?
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, the bodybuilding laid down the foundation, and I think you need that, the resistance work, and just strengthening your skeletal body, you know, for martial arts, for contact. So that really helped, and it opened up some doors in terms of commercials and doing print work and training a couple of celebrities, quote-unquote celebrities.
I guess Wesley qualifies, no?
Yeah, Wesley was one of the better ones.
Yeah.
I've had some really...
we won't talk about those, right?
Yeah, he was easy to work with because he's got a good physique, very physical man.
Oh, he's very well toned.
Very cut. You know, and he also has a martial art background, so we had that in common.
He trains with Steve Nasty Anderson.
Right.
So,
but when I first met Wesley, he did the Hollywood thing, you know, Wesley Snipes. I put him through a leg workout. The next day, man, we was on the same level. Came into the gym like this,
walking,
and then we kind of hit it off.
And that was it. He kind of said, "Oh, okay, I'm working out with the big boys now, right?"
Beautiful man, though. Beautiful man.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now that you're obviously the new heavyweight champion for the Ultimate Challenge, that must have been a great feeling. I mean, there's a lot of hard work. I mean, give me an idea of what your regimen's like when you work out.
Okay, for the Ultimate Challenge, I worked one-on-one with my instructor, Shigeru Oyama. you know, and he really corrected a lot of the flaws that I had in my technique.
Right.
So what he did is he worked on the parts that were very strong, like my punches, and he worked on my weak points, like my kicks and losing balance, and a lot of stamina work. The stamina work really helped.
That endurance thing is important.
I can't believe how important it is, because all my life I did bodybuilding, which is basically anaerobics. You're not really using a lot of oxygen. So it was somewhat hard making the transition from anaerobic exercise to aerobic exercise.
And aerobic exercise is the key thing. I
That's
know
the
that
key,
from
man.
martial arts. It's you got to have that.
What does he say? My teacher says you can't drive the car without gas. That's
it.
So no matter how big the car is,
It can look pretty, but unless it moves.
And there's another analogy a friend of mine made. He said, you have a guy who's a marksman, right? And he's got a .357 Magnum.
Right.
And then you have a guy who can't shoot with a .22.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's no matter how big you are, if you can't hit the target,
That's it.
that's it. If you get a guy who's smaller and he can hit the target and he's faster and he's got more gas than you, he's going to wait till you get tired and then he's going to go in, you know?
Yes. When we come back, we're going to go over the demonstration of some of your techniques. We're going to show the difference between the tournament, what you use in the ring, and what you use on the street. Okay? Great. So when we come back, we'll go over some of the demonstrations with Jason, and so stay right with us.